This video is for Tammy Baldwin, the Wisconsin State Senator. Everything I'm about to say comes directly from Tammy Baldwin's own website. Quote, "With our troops and our military families making incredible sacrifices, Tammy has joined bipartisan efforts to make sure Congress gives our service members the fair pay and benefits they deserve. In addition to much-needed pay raises for our troops, Tammy has made sure our government invests in innovative security and safety equipment for our military that protects service members and their families from financial scams." Unquote. Well, Tammy, if that's truly the case, why did you vote against paying our troops during this government shutdown on October 23rd, 2025? Quote, and I'll say it again, Tammy has joined bipartisan efforts to make sure Congress gives our service members the fair pay and benefits they deserve. Unquote. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. It can't make any sense. However, while Tammy Baldwin voted against our U.S. troops being paid during this government shutdown, Senate is still being paid. You see, this is nothing new. Article 1, Section 6 of the United States Constitution states that senators and representatives shall receive a compensation for their services to be discerned by law. That was written in 1788. That was 237 years ago. The government has had 237 years to figure out this exact problem. But different strokes for different folks, I guess. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up Article 1, Section 6 is because by law, Senate, the representatives, Congress, is entitled to their pay by law. Non-negotiable, by law. But Tammy here wants to make sure that Congress, Senate, representatives, gives our service members their pay and benefits. Well, Tammy, who's Congress? You are. You are a part of Congress. And you actively voted against the very thing you said you would do. So, Tammy, do service members deserve to get paid? My representative, Tammy Baldwin, is being paid to not represent me. You see, I joined the U.S. military at the age of 18 in 2020. I had a daughter fresh out of high school, and I needed to figure something out to provide a life for my new family. Over the past 5 years of my service, my family and I have put money aside to move back to Wisconsin when I'm done, to buy a house and live in Wisconsin. With this government shutdown and my pay being cut, we are now dipping into our house funds, the funds we're using to move back home. Home, the place you represent. And you are actively keeping me and my family away from our shared home. You don't represent your people. I truly don't believe you ever have. Case in point, you offered your support for the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Quote, as of October 2025, Senator Tammy Baldwin supports the public release of the documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. She co-sponsored the Epstein Files Transparency Act in the Senate, which seeks to make certain records related to the investigation publicly available. Unquote. Awesome. That's what we've been waiting for. Both sides have been waiting for this. The Epstein Files. And for those that don't know, she co-sponsored it. What's a co-sponsor? A co-sponsor of a bill is a legislator who signs on to support a bill introduced by another member of Congress. They are listed alongside the sponsor on the bill to show their support, but not only the member whose name appears first as the official sponsor. A bill can have only one official sponsor, but an unlimited amount of co-sponsors. You supported the act for transparency on these Epstein files. I mean, hell, you co-sponsored it. But then again, on September 10th, 2025, there was a vote in the Senate to have the Attorney General make files related to the Epstein publicly available. If anybody understands foreshadowing, Tammy Baldwin voted against the release of the files. Why? What are you hiding? You claim to want the public release of the files. You co-sponsored it. And then while you voted no on it while the nation was distracted on September 10th. You say you want service members to be paid and then actively vote against paying service members. You are, by definition, a hypocrite. My representative is saying, I promise to do these things. I will do these things. So help me, swear to God. And then you don't. Actions speak louder than words, Senator. You are my representative. You're getting paid to represent me when myself and other Wisconsinites are not being paid. I want an explanation. You owe us that. And if you think you don't, then I don't believe that you belong where you are. Either explain or step down. I'll be waiting. Thank you.